Hi everyone, this week's task is to design a feather for our COVID angel wall that we're looking to produce when we come back to school. I'd like you to design your own feather to incorporate your memories, anything you've learned, anything that's inspired you during your lockdown. Now today I'm going to be looking to show you some ideas for how to draw feathers and how to also use watercolours if you do have access to them. So first of all, I'm starting with a pencil and looking at the spine of the feather. This is the best place to start. I'm using as much as my page as possible and the spine of my feather is slightly curved. I'm looking at the breaks in the feathers and I'm following the shape that I can see. Now if you don't have a feather in front of you, I would recommend to just have a little look online and get some ideas of the type of shapes and the type of angles that you will see within a feather. Now I'm just going around this in pen just to give you an idea and so it's clearly shown on your screen. But I'm going to go on now to do a more natural feather in terms of the breaking of the feather strands and a more curved spine. Okay, so this will take up a bit more of my page. As you can see, the spine is a lot more curved and you can see it's a bit more sparse and spread out among the feather strands. So using this shape, I'm going to start to look at watercolour. Now if you don't have watercolour, that's fine. You can use colouring pencils, paint, different paints like acrylic, oil or oil pastels. We just want it as colourful as possible. Now normally within your feather you will be painting something particular or a memory or an image or some text. I'm just painting a really straightforward pattern and some blending today just to give you an idea of how you can make this look really colourful. So I'm starting with a natural red, okay, and I'm not putting too much water on my brush because I don't want it to bleed too much into the page. So I'm just applying this softly throughout and building this up near the bottom end, and I'm going to use my colour wheel and start to look at what colours would match or go well and blend well into my red. So I'm going to make an orange, looking at using yellow and red, and that's going to overlap slightly with the red. Now if you want it to overlap quite neatly, you can dip your paintbrush into water and then obviously apply that over the two lines where the colours meet, and that will soften the blending together. And then going to finish it off with the yellow at the top, okay? This obviously just shows the dark to light range and a nice colour. It looks almost autumny, okay? So this is all blending down together and I've got a nice shape, and I'm going to leave that to dry for a few moments. It'll probably take about 10 minutes or so to fully dry, or you may want to put a hairdryer on there. Once that's been left to dry and it's come back, you're going to start drawing in any patterns or designs or whatever it is you want to do. Now, I'm fine to use my pen now because it has dried. If you try and use your pen when it's not dry, it will run, so bear that in mind. So I'm just drawing in some structure into my feather again. Don't worry too much if you've gone around the lines because you can cut out your feather shape. So don't worry too much if the watercolour or the pen itself makes a mistake along the edges, that can be cut out. Now I'm just drawing a simple pattern in mind just to show you how you can build up your feather, but ideally I'd like you to create a scene, some perspective of what's happened in your lockdown. It could be that you're showing us what's outside your window, a memory that you've had. You may want to collage it with photographs that you've obtained during lockdown, or it could simply be that you would like to show us a particular skill that you've learned, something like that. So we want to see the quarantine feather unique to you, and we want to see it to show your memory of what's happened during this time. So hopefully something positive can come out of this. So please have fun. Any questions, just email me or Mrs. Mitchell and we can get back to you.